the final topic here. New Spider-Man trilogy, question mark, confusing messaging, rebuttals, confusing wording from people involved with it. What is happening here? How
Yeah.
I mean, what's confusing is you're getting more than 3 films. Like,
Yeah,
so
and he was going off on everything. I was like, "What's going on there?"
so here's the thing that I had to follow this very carefully because of how it hit to try to get the full understanding of it. So Amy Pascal was talking with Fandango. She was like, "Oh, we're making 3 more Spider-Man films with Marvel." Okay, that's pretty self-explanatory, right? 3 Spider-Man films with Marvel. They noted that if you look at her older interviews and references, again, every time she mentions Marvel, she's talking about the Sony Spider-Man films, and she mentions Marvel Studios by name, referencing more of those films. Fine, it could just be a slip up, right? Then the Hollywood Reporter was like, well, actually, no deal is inked for any of this yet. It's just kind of like they know what they're doing, but Feige and Disney and stuff, they haven't really agreed to anything new, which is like, okay, maybe they're waiting. They're still trying to figure it out. Sony, Amy Pascal putting pressure on them. It's a business move. It's tactics. We've seen this before in Hollywood. We've seen it with Spider-Man as well, so it's nothing new. But I think a part of me feels like that it is the messaging that she kind of knows what she's doing, and it is that type of like Spider-Man is going to stay in the MCU, but I don't want to go into spoilers for No Way Home and talking about it. There's something that's obviously out there that's hit that relates to things going on with the multiverse and the character and Venom that kind of makes me think that something weird is going on here because the way they handle certain things we know, again, I'm really trying to avoid spoilers here. It doesn't seem right. It seems like, wait, what? How?
I mean, it seems exactly par for the course.
Yeah.
Cause especially with the Fandango interview, like they were trying to pry stuff from her, and there's even a clip that was going around where they're asking what else from this potential new trilogy, and she's let it out saying, well, maybe we'll have all these other characters from the Spider-Man universe, even a kid from Brooklyn will probably be in one of the movies. You never know.
Yeah. It's.
So I think at the end, no matter what, I say no matter what they say, like, I'm not going to believe him. Like he's not going anywhere.
No, they'd have to be stupid. Like, yeah. I mean, it is Sony, so that's not saying much, but you'd have to be stupid to break up this deal, especially after you saw what happened last time. Now, maybe they're gonna do
last time they jumped the gun. Like they were out way before Far From Home even came out.
Yeah.
Like this time, they were in it for the long haul. They only did a quick deal after Far From Home because of just to get people back onto their side.
Yeah.
So get something quick done so we can get people happy again, and then we're gonna figure something out. That something else has been done for a while.
Yeah. I don't know, looking at this whole thing, we know obviously they worked something out for Spider-Man. There's still that one more Tom Holland Spider-Man cameo for the MCU, which they confirmed in that press release. What happens next, I think that cameo or that role is a buffer in case they can't figure something out so they can write him out. Because
I mean, maybe.
But
that depends on where he's going to appear.
Yeah, exactly.
What movie do you have him cameo in to get him out of there?
And I do also want to bring this up, which made me kind of think about this in a more, something weird is happening here again. If they're doing another Spider-Man trilogy, they're going to change directors. So John Watts ain't directing the new Spider-Man because he's going to be busy doing Fantastic Four, which means we are going to get a new voice for it, which I'm okay with because if you're going to jump into the college years or something, I'm cool with college years, but...
Yeah, you'd need someone else to do that, and slightly older.
Yeah.
Spider-Man Twitter is going to be saying, get Sam Raimi.
Well,
I don't care.
Honestly, he wouldn't be a bad choice, but I think he's going to come back for a third Doctor Strange, quite honestly.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked.
That seems like his wheelhouse now, because Sam Raimi has always been a on the fringe of horror or horror director, and he takes other projects just to fund his own horror thing. So he kind of likes that darker, more moody atmosphere, which honestly works for him and always has. So
also being a massive Doctor Strange fan and friends with Feige, yeah, kind of.
yeah,
It works out. Sorry, Scott Derrickson, we got the Raimi now. Scott can come back for like a Man Thing or something.
Ooh, actually, yeah. That would be fitting for him. But here's the problem with Scott Derrickson coming back for anything. He has Ethan Hawke in every project, and he's already in Moon Knight. So what do? Do you recast Ethan Hawke?
You have a flashback.
Perfect. Done. All right, we're booking this.
Do we know who Ethan Hawke is playing?
It's supposed to be Sun God, but the rumors are saying it's going to be revealed he's actually Dracula. So I don't know. I mean, Dracula.
Why not do something? Have something Scott Derrickson involving Dracula then.
True. Man, they need to figure out some of these characters and how they're going forward, and kind of, to tie back around to what we're talking about now. See, you can speculate stuff like this from Marvel Studios, but on the Sony side, the moment you start speculating, like, what do you think happens in Spider-Man 4? You're like, I don't know. For all I know, they're going to be like, guess what? Morbius has Spider-Man powers now. It's Jared Leto as Spider-Man. You're like, boy, that's the most Sony thing they've ever done. But yeah, yeah, exactly. It's, I don't know. I feel weird about all this Spider-Man messaging, and a part of me believes, and this is what I really want to happen. Sony kind of jumped the gun, and they're waiting till the weekend after Spider-Man comes out, like that week, to be like, due to the huge success and the overwhelming positive reaction and setting all sorts of records, look at this box office report. We've agreed to extend our relationship for X amount of years, right? It's like, okay, this works. A part of me believes it's that, but a part of me also believes Sony's like sitting there eating glue, trying to question what's going on. They're like, no, it's a Spider-Man movie, not, god damn it, like, typical.
See, the
Sony.
ink's not dry yet because I keep licking it.
Somebody check on Abby. How's Uncle Abby doing? He hasn't been.
See, the Let There Be Carnage credit scene was literally just Avi Arad mocap from the contract.
They let him into a different room, and he was like, "Where am I? Oh, that looks delicious."
That guy, and he's just a picture of Feige.
One of my favorite things to see among people that listen to this podcast is every time we mention Crazy Uncle Avi, they're clearly not in the know to who he is. They're like, "Who is this Avi guy they keep talking about?" It's like, "Oh, if you don't know, you don't know. You're missing the joke."
Because he's an old one, but he's been in everything. He has his hand and everything.
He's like the Joe Exotic of Spider-Man.
That's the perfect analogy. That's too good. Oh no. He's taking sexually active pictures with Venom symbiotes. Oh,
give it 10 years, you'll have like a Spider King on Netflix, and
I like the idea.
He's trying to feed Spider-Man in Cage's pizza.
Yeah. The only thing that hasn't happened yet, he hasn't been arrested.
Yeah.
He hasn't begged Trump for a pardon and not gotten it.
Losing Spider-Man is the fault of that damn Amy Baskin. What? What are you talking about, Abby? Oh, the thumbnail for this discussion should just be, I'm going to make sure I do that.
I was going to say, you got to get on it.
I hope they listen to the fans. I mean, they have to. If even Tom Rothman at the investors call for Sony before was like, look, we tried, we failed, we have to listen to the fans. It makes me believe, things are.
I see, Rothman's been beaten down. It's taken him 20 years of X-Men movies, but he's finally been beaten down. He's like, you know what? We can't do this crap.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, I just looked it up, and Avi is a producer on the Borderlands movie.
Oh, that makes sense.
That makes so much sense.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Kids love guns. Which when you're looking at America is not wrong, but hey.
That's why we're making Kraven the Hunter. Oh, it's kind of amazing, but it's all true. It's all true. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with Spider-Man. I don't know. Keep your fingers crossed and your I'm trying to make a Spider-Man analogy here, but I can't think of anything. Keep your web shooter sharp, filled with goo.
Why would they be sharp?
I don't know. They got stab things on them, I guess now.
I mean, you could have just said keep them loaded.
Yeah, true. I suppose.
I mean, it's no longer Not November, so you can definitely keep them unloaded. No.
Well, there you go, everybody. There you go. Just one of those days.